Hello, thanks for joining me for another video beer review then. So continuing the theme this week, another beer that I've not had before for sure, but yeah, why not? This is Erdinger's Oktoberfest, or Fest wheat beer. Hefeweizen is the actual style, but it's got a Oktoberfest twist to it. So again, it's a seasonal brew from Erdinger. Obviously comes out this time of year. There's, you know, the old Oktoberfest type uniforms and stuff. Look pretty happy, don't they? So yeah, lovely looking label, must admit. Classic style crown, you know, like the regular Hefeweizen. I purchased this at House of Trembling Madness in York. Come through this morning, so give it a bit of smoke there. Look at that. I haven't got my Hefeweizen glass anymore. I smashed it about 2 weeks ago. It caught the back of the chair when it was on the edge of the desk here behind me. It decided it had had enough and smashed. So not a traditional style glass, but this will do. It will do. Pouring very nicely, as you'd expect with a style, hazy Hefeweizen. You know, that kind of, oh, just got a whiff then. Pretty good. So yeah, like a slightly dark orange, I guess. Cloudy. Looks really smart. A one finger white foam on top of a very nice looking beer. So let's get a whiff on this then. Yeah, I mean, it's got all them classic kind of Hefeweizen qualities to it. Very kind of perfumey. There's a little bit of spice there. Banana, clove, usual kind of. Yeah, definitely the usual sort of aromas you'd expect from a Hef. So smells nice. Let's give it a try. Cheers, Prost. It's got a bit of a, there's a bit more of a body to it. I forgot to mention the ABV, which is at 5.7% ABV. It's got a, although it's got that typical Hef kind of background, there is a certain kind of, I mean, it's spicy anyway, but there is more of a body to the beer going on, a little bit more malt lurking in the background, but I think that is elevating the beer. It's quite bold. It's very clean, very refreshing, but it's got a nice kind of that spicy twang to it. But with more body. It's quite a, you know, if this was just a straight up Hefeweizen, which it's saying it's a Hefeweizen, but it's not Oktoberfest styled Hefeweizen, which normally they're either Fest beers or they're Merzens or Marzens or whatever pronunciation you want to call it. I've heard them called different things all the time, but which is, you know, it's not just me getting it wrong, which is normal. It's very pleasant. It's a little bit heavier than your average Hefeweizen though, I'd say. There's a bit of residual malt, I'd say, on the actual palate, with like a, it's got the wheat kind of esters mixed in with that kind of more of a bit more of a maltier but very clean body mixed in. Decent carbonation as you would expect for the style. Overall very nice. There's a slight kind of orangey piffiness as well. Interesting. Obviously not ever had a Hefeweizen Oktoberfest. Well, is this a hybrid? I mean, it's saying straight Hef, but is it, you know, I don't know. Anyway, let's see what Untapped say about this. So it says here, this is one of 14 beers that Erdinger do. Well, that's what's listed on Untapped, so not a whole bunch. One or two, there's a few seasonals in there, but yeah, this is a seasonal beer, offers a combination of two classic German styles, Oktoberfest and wheat beer, which is kind of what I'm getting out of this. A surprising alliance that works very well together, and I'd agree with that. So here it says tasting notes: cloudy body with some amber hints. The head is frothy, pleasantly white with a soft texture. Lacing starts with a series of rings and soon breaks into abstract art as the glass progresses. I mean, it's probably down to the style of glass I'm actually using rather than the actual beer itself. Because I know that you get the etching underneath on the actual Hefeweizen glass, and it creates that, and it hasn't got it on this. So that could be why it looks a little bit. It's not flat though. I can feel it on the palate. What do you say? So residual carbonation is very lively. It is, even though it doesn't look it in the glass, as I just said. What else did it say? The wheat aroma with a fruit and clove hint combines with a strong malty flavour at the back. And I've not read this before, and you're definitely getting that. Erdinger Oktoberfest blends the advantages of our well-known wheat beer with the traditional Oktoberfest taste. A grainy flavour and lovely hoppiness. The feel of crispness of our wheat-based speciality with an Oktoberfest body. And I think that's what I was going with it. You're definitely getting more of that body from the Oktoberfest. It just lifts the whole kind of Hefeweizen style for sure, but still getting all them lovely Hefeweizen kind of esters, that kind of clove, banana. Very well-rounded beer. Again, not a hint of an ABV there, but you are getting a certain, as I said, body to the beer that just gives you an idea that it's a, you know, if I was having a guess, I'd say it's probably a 5.5 if I was blindfolded, or 5% maybe, something like that. It's getting on towards a 6 or 5.7, so yeah. But yeah, very well done though, very nice. I'm glad I've got another bottle of these in the right behind me actually. It will be in the fridge. So ingredients: water, wheat malt, barley malt, hops and yeast, and that's it. So it's really hoppy. It's more of a very subtle for me on the palate. Best before the 6th, so June of 2021 here. So this is a 500ml bottle. I noticed someone mentioned about one of the other beers, they don't get the 500ml bottles. Be interesting to see what size bottle they get in the States. So do they still get the the 500 millilitres. Or what would be interesting to find out. Back to this beer then, here and now. Give it one more taste. It's a decent beer. You know, I'm going to place this around, I think I'll give this a 7 out of 10. Do I prefer this over their Hefeweizen? Don't know. It's difficult, isn't it, when you haven't got the same beers here and comparing them. But obviously this is a seasonal, so you're not going to be able to do that apart from this time of year, obviously. But yeah, it's a nice beer. So a 7 out of 10, so it's a 3.5 on the Untapped scale. Over to Untapped then. If I get the page to where I want it. So I'm actually just reading out the generic Untapped one. There's various vintages going back. I'm just going with the generic one. So this had 45,000 ratings, or check-ins should I say, 721 in the last 30 days. It's had 34,669 total ratings then. It's going to be a burp in a minute. Excuse me. It's coming in at 3.59. So I'm 3.5 out of 5 on the Untapped scale, which is a 7 out of 10. And I think that's fair. I think that's fit for me where this is, for my palate at least. But let me know what you think if you've had it before. So these guys are out of Erding, Bayern, down in Bavaria. So yeah, Erdinger's Oktoberfest. Thanks for watching then. Check out my playlist for my German beers down below. Thanks for watching. If you're new, please do subscribe. Give us a thumbs up. Really appreciate it. And everyone watching, hope you're all keeping safe out there. And I'll see you on the next video. Cheers.